What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and welcome to another exciting episode of EmGo Builds Stuff. Kind of. Anyway, as of this recording, this guy has finally been released, and there's a good chance that if you bought this guy, you probably have this guy right here. And this guy came with some replacement parts for this guy. Not this guy. This guy right there. So, yeah, what we're going to do in this video is we're just going to replace these parts here on Generation Toy Scraper here. And, yeah, these are various fixes for things that I didn't even know needed to be fixed, honestly. But hey, we'll see what some of this stuff even does. I can looking at some of the stuff, I can see what it's fixing, but like these parts right here, I honestly don't know what the problem was with these. But hey, we'll see how this all goes down. And what's beautiful is that they sent out all these replacement parts, and they did send an instruction sheet telling you exactly what to do, where to replace, what screws to take out, what you're doing, and that's beautiful. I love you guys. You guys are smart. You are smart guys. You are smart guys who send out instructions for your fixes. You're smart guys. So anyway, now, as far as my copy of Scraper goes, I mean, I never had any problems with my copy of Scraper. I mean, I was reading the boards a while back, some of the feedback on this guy, and some people were reporting, like, stress marks here, like, on the knuckles, on the knuckle joint, and mine's is fine. Like, the knuckle joint on mine is nice and smooth. Like, it was never too tight, and I have no stress marks on either one of my hands. People were complaining about these pieces right here being too tight and getting stress marks. And, yeah, right... Excuse me, I'm sorry. And right out of the box, yeah, these pieces were, like, stupid tight, but after many transformations, they've actually kind of loosened themselves up, and they work pretty smooth now. And even, you know, and despite that, like, I never got any stress marks. No stress marks here, no stress marks here. No stress marks on the back. I mean, on either side. Like, I never even got any stress marks on mine. And those were just some of the things that I read about. I mean, as far as my copy of the toy goes, like, I never had any problems, no stress marks or anything. So, you know, again, if your experience was different, it's because your experience was different. Guess what? QC happens. I say it all the time. And again, I can only comment on the copy of the toy that I am holding in my hand. And as far as my copy goes, I didn't have any of those problems. So, anyway, just to get that out of the way. So let's get down to this stuff right here and start replacing some stuff on Scraper. Now, the first thing we're going to replace is these green pieces right here, which are in this little baggie. And open this up. Open this up with the greatest of ease. Yes, I can't even open up a Ziploc bag. Oh, dear God. This is going to be a long video. Anyway. So, we got these little green pieces right here, which are just they're the panels right here on the back of the arm to hold his hands in place when you transform into alt mode. I can see what they fixed here. You can see right here, this tab is very long. And this tab, as you can see, is a lot shorter, because what was supposed to happen was this tab was supposed to go into this slot right here to lock that in place. Now, I don't think the instructions were too clear about that in the first place, and also, you know, it's not like this flops around or anything, so it stayed where it was, so it never bothered me, but I guess it bothered enough people that, you know, they decided to send out the fix for it, so there we go. And these are the easiest thing to replace because they're just on a little C-clip here. So you just pop this off. Pop in a new one. And come on. Snappity snap snap. Snappity snap snap. And there you go. So now, I guess in theory, this should now tab in where it's supposed to go. Although, still don't see how that's working. I'm flexing some stuff here. Okay, I guess I don't know. Maybe if I do this first. If I swing it around, no. Okay, so maybe I just don't know what this is fixing. maybe it's still not fixing it. I don't know. But I can't get this, his hand just came on snap there. There we go. So maybe, yeah, this thing is not, is this like two different sides? No, it's the same side. Same thing. Oops, no, wait, that's the fixed one. This is the fixed one. Yeah, no, it's the same. No, there's a right and a left. But it seems like that's supposed to be the intent, that this tab is supposed to go up in here. And it still doesn't seem like it wants to do it. So this is a case of, I don't know if this fix is really a fix, but you know what? I'm not going to mess with it. I'm not going to force it. Whatever. It still holds just fine. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Whatever, man. Whatever, dude. Whatever. But I'll replace it anyway. Even though it still doesn't do what apparently it's supposed to do. It was a fix, kinda. But, there you go. Let's see if it'll work on this side. Maybe the left side's better. Yeah. See that? See, I'm pushing things way too far. I'm pushing things way more than I'm comfortable with. And no, it doesn't work. It seems like that's what's supposed to happen. But no, actually, it's just a case of there's not enough room here for me to push this up and into that slot. There's just not enough clearance there. So, okay, I don't know what this is fixing. I thought I knew, but no, I don't know what this is fixing. But, you know, let's just push the hand back in. This locks in very securely once you push it in, too. Come on, man. Yeah, there we go. But that should still work just fine. And snap in. There you go. Still snaps in just fine. That works, at least. But now that the tab's shorter, I have less to hold on to. So there's that now. Okay. I'm going to have to pry this out now. Give me you. There we go. Jeez. That's a little stiff now. I think I like the old ones better. I might actually just put the old ones back on. But anyway, that's a thing you can do that fixes something. That's honestly, I don't know what that's fixing, honestly, because it's still, I don't know, but okay, sure, all right. Or maybe it was just a case of maybe they weren't holding in as secure in alt mode, maybe, but mine's held in just fine. So again, I don't know. So what's the next thing we're going to do? These purple pieces right here, which are back panels. These, if I move this up out of the way and bring this down, and raise the camera up so you can see what I'm doing. It's basically we're replacing these two back panels right here. And I can see what they did differently here. It's basically just, it's this port right here, which is actually a screw hole. This port, you can see, is actually, seems like they widened it a little bit, because since this is the part that the cab pegs into, you can see, I mean, it always pegged in fine. It's not like it falls out or anything. It always pegged in secure, and then, you know, when everything's all put together in alt mode, it's really not that noticeable. I mean, maybe it's just to fix the fact that there's a little gap there or something. I don't know. Again, something that never bothered me, but I guess enraged enough people that they decided to send out a fix for it. So all we're doing here is we're just undoing 4 screws. This screw right here, and these screws right there. So let's get in here and undo some screws from a scraper, and be very, very careful when you're doing this that you do not strip the screws like I'm almost doing, because that will be very, very, very bad, and then you will cry, because then things will be pretty much useless. So there we go. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to cut ahead to having all these undone just for the sake of time. So we'll be right back. Alright, so we just got all the screws out here, and we're just going to lay him down, because at this point I don't want things to explode. And you can see there actually are 2 separate screws. The 2 top screws are pointed, and the 2 bottom screws there have the flat side. So just remember what screw went where when you're taking this apart. That's always a very important thing. So now we got him laying down right here. See if I can get a better angle here. Excuse me while I readjust. So basically we're just taking these panels out right here, which are what are holding the little bucket in place here. And we're just going to replace them with these new parts here. So I just take it, pop these back in, right there, pop that one back in, right there, and then just start screwing things back together, like that. And this is a lot easier to do when you don't have a camera under your chin, but we're doing our best. Well, I'm doing my best anyway to see over the camera, see what I'm doing. You don't have to do anything. You just have to sit there and watch. That's all the work you have to do. Ah! I dropped the screw. I dropped it! I dropped it. There you go. So now I got the new back panels on there. They have been replaced, so now let's see how all this, let's see exactly what this is supposed to do. I mean, the gap is still there, so no. I mean, it holds a bit more solidly, not really, but so again, this is a case of I don't know what this is fixing. I don't know, because this still works just fine. I mean, that never didn't work, so I don't know what this is fixing. Because, you know, again, it holds a little more securely than the previous one did. But again, I don't make it a point to do this with my toys anyway, so that didn't really matter. But I guess maybe that's what it's fixing. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. So again, another case of I really don't know what that was supposed to fix. But there you go. It's fixed. I guess. Okay. So moving on to the next thing. What are we doing? Now we're going to replace this crotch. Got a whole new crotch piece here. And again, this is a case of I don't know what this is fixing. I don't know, but we shall see here. What are these little scrape marks? What is this? What, did you see that? What's going on there? So yeah, this is another case of I don't know what this is fixing. Why am I giving him a whole new crotch? I don't know, but hey. So what are we doing here? We're undoing screws I just undid. And some more screws. So how many screws? We're undoing a lot of screws here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're undoing 7 screws here. That's a lot of screwing. Shh, don't. So wait, what screws am I undoing here? I'm undoing... Am I undoing the ones on the shoulders? Or I'm undoing these. Which I just undid, you know. Alrighty. So I'm undoing these screws I already undid. Hooray. After I just went through the trouble of getting these in there nice and snug like, I have to undo them all over again. Hooray! Derp, 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 derp. Party time, party time. Party all the time, party all the time. I'm just going to lay those screws right there and keep them in order so I know what screw goes where. Screw A goes into quadrant A, part A. Screw B, which goes into quadrant B. Okay, I'm not going to do that anyway. And then we're undoing what? Then we're undoing these 2 screws right here. Oh, God. Oh, God, this is too much. This is too much. I have a feeling my reaction to this is going to be the same as the past 2 fixes. It's like, what exactly did this fix? What was the purpose of me replacing these parts? I honestly do not know. I don't know what this is fixing. But I guess we're going to find out. Can we get these out? There we go. That one goes there. That one, there we go. That one goes there. And then what? Then we're undoing the 2 screws right here on the waist piece. So, Yeah, this isn't technically an EmGo build. Well, technically it's a build stuff. I'm going to rebuild him after I disassemble him. I'm rebuilding him. That's what it is. It should be EmGo rebuilds stuff. Maybe is a more appropriate title for this episode, but hey, you know. And I usually don't do this stuff on camera. Like, usually, like, these little fixes that the third-party companies send out, you know, I usually just, I replace this stuff on my own time. I usually don't do videos on it. Because most of the time, like, they're really simple, and it's literally just, here, undo a screw and just swap the part out, or, you know. Usually it's simple, so it's, you know, for me it seems like it's kind of self-explanatory. You don't really need me to do a video on it, but, and honestly, I don't really know why I'm doing a video on this. Just because there's a lot of stuff going on here. I think that's why, because there's a lot of fixes here. So, I guess maybe it's just better to keep people a little more informed here. But again, like a lot of this stuff, I don't even know what it's fixing. So we're undoing the screw here on his butt. Oops. So, there we go. So we got all the screws there. We know where they go. And now I am removing this entire back section here, right? Whoops. Right? I undid everything it said undo. Oh wait, there's a screw. Wait, there's a screw right in there too. It didn't say anything about that screw. Aha! That's why. There's that one screw right there in the middle of his back. You lied to me, instructions. You lied to me. How dare you lie to me? Who are you shilling for? You liar. Who are you shilling for? And just for the record, I did pay for this figure, and I did pay for the mixer truck. So if I want to say I love them, I can, because I paid for it with my own money. So for you and your shilling conspiracy BS. But anyway, now this should come off. There we go. So now we are removing the whole back plate, which is kind of being a little pain in the buttocks. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. I honestly, this is the part of that I really, this part just, doing this stuff scares me. There we go. So we remove the back plate. Removing the butt section here, right there. So remove that, and obviously we're undoing the taking out the legs here. Oh God, there's like all kinds of lube on it. It's funny because the instructions say to use, you know, put lube on it. I don't have lube. I don't have. Why? They should have given us lube with this thing then if they wanted us to put lube on it. But there's plenty of lube gooped on this thing anyway, so I don't think I really need the lube. Yeah, there's plenty of lube on this. Ew, it's gross. Ew. Anyway. So you pop that off. You pop off the little skirt pieces here. And, yeah, so there is our old crotch plates right there. Nope, where's the other half? There we go. So there's the old crotch plate. And now we will install the new crotch plates. And again, what is this going to fix? I have no idea. But we will find out, won't we? So we're just going to take this and just slot these back in here. And again, I don't have any of this lube, so I hope I am not now murdering this toy because I don't have the lube for it. But there's actually, let me do this first. Yeah, I got it on my thumb. Ew. Ew. Yeah, there we go. I'll just spread some of it here. There we go. There we go. I can lube it up. It's just awkward now. Let me lube this up. Yeah, lube it up. There we go. There we go. That's a lot of lube. Get in there. Get in there. Ew, this is kind of gross. Really, this is honestly kind of gross. This is not. I'm not enjoying this. usually supposed to have fun with lube, but this is not. No, no. Oh, that's inappropriate. I'm so sorry. So how is this supposed to go? What am I doing here? Exactly. Am I putting this together right? No, I am flexing things all over the place. Wait, how is this supposed to go? It's supposed to be facing straight up like that, right? Oh, God. Okay, yeah, looks like yeah. This is the way they came out. They're just really tight. They're really tight in there. Oh, I hope this doesn't... Oh, God, I hope I'm not, like, assassinating this toy by doing this when it didn't really need it. Because, again, I don't know what this is fixing. So, it's... I don't know. I hope I'm not murdering this toy. I fixed it and everything got worse. Ah, man. Seriously, this is starting to annoy me. Because now things just don't want to stay together. I'm getting lube all over my fingers. This is not fun. This is not fun at all. Whoa. There we go. It's the best I can do. It's the best I can do. I'll just bring his legs out a little bit here. Ew. It's gross. That really is just... I feel so unclean now. Anyway, let's put this back together. Put his crotch back together here. What the? Did I do this on backwards? How did this go? Oh, this went this way. Well, actually, it would help immensely if I actually put the back plate back on. Put that back together. There. There we go. Of course, once we get this all screwed back together, it should push everything back into place. Hopefully! Okay, let's do that first. How about that? Let's screw this back on. And that should give us the tension we need. And I have lube on my fingers now. Good thing I have a little towel next to me. Ugh. Ugh. Gross. Ew, gross. That's all I have to say is ew, gross. And this part I might have to do off camera because I know I'm gonna have to get this thing close to me to get some leverage. I know I am. So yeah, I'm gonna do this part off camera. So I'll be right back. Bam! Okay, I got that screwed in nice and tight, although there is a little gap here, but once we put the rest of it together, that should squeeze that together real good, like, and get that done. So now let's just try to put this guy back together. I honestly don't like doing this. That's why I don't do this too often. Like, anything that involves me having to, like, completely disassemble my toys, I'm not really for. Because I feel like, you know, I am not a professional toy manufacturer here, so it's like I'm going to be the one that, you know, screws this up majorly. But, and then it'll be my fault that the toy is broken. Right. Make sure I'm using the right screws here. So, what do I do with my screwdriver? Man. Get out of my way. Get out of my way, you. Get out of my way. So get in there, you. Get in there! God. Seriously, dude? Seriously? Seriously? You're really gonna mess with me like that? Seriously? There we go. This is probably another reason I don't do stuff like this on camera, because it can be really time consuming. Even with all the editing I'm probably going to do to this video, it's probably still going to be really long, but, you know, hey, it is what it is, right, ladies and gentlemen? It is what it is. Just trying to screw your butt plate back on here. Or your waist, actually. That's his waist. It's not his butt. Let's be fair here. There we go. So I think that's nice and tight now. And, yeah, there we go. this came off again. It just sits on a little port right there. So now we can put his back on. And, oops. It's the point now of getting things lined back up. And not getting it lined up properly. Because I'm, you know, a dullard and all. Get on there. There we go. Do it. Do it. Do it. Don't tell me there's like a specific order I had to do this in. No. 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 God. Well, I got this line. There we go. Oh, there we go. What the heck was I doing wrong? That just... Okay. Just annoy me to no end. This is why I don't like doing this. So, okay, we'll screw this back into the center of his back here. So there we go. Nice and snug. There we have that. And again, just for the sake of time, I'm just going to put these other, you know, just these 4 screws. I'm going to put these back in off camera just for the sake of time. So, be right back. Alright, we got all the screws back on him now. He's good to go. So now we just got to pop his little hip panels back on. Let's pop that back on. And there we go. So that has been fixed. Again, I don't know what that's fixing. Because, you know, there you go. I mean, the ratchets are a little tighter now. I don't know. I mean, I didn't have it. If my tongue would work, I didn't have any problems with the ratchets on mine. But I mean, the ratchets work fine. I mean, I don't. Again, I don't know what this fixed. I don't know. I don't know. But there, it's fixed. So whatever that was fixing, it's fixed now. So there you go. I'm sure some people in the comment section can enlighten me as to what some of these things are actually doing. But as far as I know, like I don't understand what this is fixing. Maybe things a little tighter, but maybe that's joints a little tighter, but you know, the hips anyway. But I mean, the hip joints were never loose to begin with, so I don't know. I don't know what that fixed. But anyway, there we go. We replaced that part. Hooray! 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 So now the last thing that we are going to replace is the combiner mode port right here. This is, again, I don't know what that's fixing. I don't know if it was a case of it was breaking on people or something. Again, I don't know. I never had an issue with mine. But, hey, we will go through this and we will fix it. So we're just going to take this part, pop it off, get this out of the way. And what's right here? So what are we unscrewing? We're undoing 4 screws. Release the screws! Release them! So we got 4 screws. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws right there. So we will release the screws. Release the screws! It's a good wrist workout, if anything. Feeling the burn. Feeling the burn. These screws even, they're turning. I feel like they're not, no, there we go. Woo! I just couldn't tell if they were actually moving. But there we go. So we got this piece right here, that piece right there. And I could see how all that goes together. And those 2 screws just stayed where they were. You actually see they kind of were grinding some plastic in there. I hope that doesn't end up being a bad thing. This is why I don't like doing this. I don't like taking stuff apart. Because sometimes you're going to end up damaging your toy when you're trying to fix it. So that's why I really don't make it a point to sit here and take my toys apart. But anyway. So there is the old one. Here is the new one. Again, what is the difference? The difference is... Okay. I see what the difference is. The difference is, on the old version, the center part here is smooth, and the teeth are on this outer rim. On this version, the teeth are on the center portion, and there's only 2 sets of teeth on the outer rim. So it's a totally new design here for the ratchet. So, okay. Does different equal better? I don't know. We'll see. But let's put this off to the side so I don't forget which one I'm replacing. And just put this thing back together. So, what are we doing here? And again, it says, use lube. I don't have lube. And there's no... I don't think there's any lube on this. There's not even any lube on this. This is totally dry. Totally dry. It's dried out. It needed some lube. Because that joint is like stupid tight. I mean, you literally need something to like pry it up with. And it's the same on cement mixer too. Like that combined mode joint is like stupid tight. But hey, I honestly would rather it be I would rather it be too tight. Because that means it will be stable when you plug them all together, and he's not going to topple over. That's a good thing. Which is not something I can say for Combiner Wars Devastator. Like, if you look at him funny, his knees buckle. That thing needed some tighter ratchets. For the love of all that is good and pure in this world. That's what I say when I'm trying not to curse. There we go. Alright, so we got that. I'll put this back together. And hopefully everything's gonna be alright now. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright now. Did I put this thing on right? Well, actually, the original had it the other way. See, the original had it with... The original was installed this way. Yeah, I do remember. The original was installed this way. And now it's saying to plug it back in this way. So apparently that's the proper orientation, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, let's just start getting this thing back together and tightening these screws back up. Twisty, twisty, twisty. Turny, turny, turny. This is... Yep, nice and snug. And there we go. So we got that done. Now, if, like, honestly, if the fix was only just you're turning it around because it was put in the wrong way, that's one thing, but, like, I don't know. This doesn't, yeah, I'm still going to have to, that's still super tight, though. So, that's still super tight to where I need a screwdriver to move it. So, it's not, it didn't loosen up the ratchet or anything. It's just... The ratchet's just designed differently, so okay. Again, I don't know exactly what that's fixing. I mean, it's different, but I don't know if it was really fixing anything. But there you go. We've done everything to this guy, and he's hopefully come out all the better for it. There you go. He's fixed. I guess. I don't know. There you go. We got Scraper disassembled, reassembled. He's happy again. He's back in one piece. Hooray! You get to check out my EmGo build stuff playlist for any builds you may have missed. Linked in the description down below. So check that out. And that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGames, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter. All that good stuff down in the description below. And that's pretty much it. So remember... You don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud. Palm in your face.